Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So I'm going to be doing my April monthly decoration this week. Obviously I know I'm midway through April. I missed doing it at the start of the month. So I'm just going to catch up with what I have missed. I've also done a bit of a cull of my planner. It was starting to get a little fat and scary. So I put her on a diet, fixed her up. So, move my mouse out of the way. I'm going to be using things from the February Cute and Sweet planner box. I will link my unboxing of this one down below. I have had another one since then. I won't link, oh yes I will. I'll put them both down below. But this one was the second of the So Cute ones that Renelle did. And I really do love it. I've sort of been through here already and kind of decided what I wanted to use. So I'm just grabbing the bits that I know I need and then I can come back into it afterwards. I'm just grabbing all the bits that I know I want. So what I'm going to start with here is I'm going to start with this paper bag. And what I want to do is I'm going to actually open it up so it's one big piece of paper, and I'm going to run it along the bottom, and I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do it along the top. So I'm just going to really carefully kind of unseal this, and you can either do this just like I'm doing, like peeling it, or you can, if it's a bit that's really sticky, which there happens to be, just grab a craft knife and just sort of run it through. You obviously want to try and do the least amount of damage to the bag as you possibly can, because you want to use this paper. So I just cut the actual bag bit with scissors in the end. I was just doing too much damage to it. So there is a little bit of damage on the bottom. It's not going to be the worst thing because we're running this way. There's still obviously plenty of bag that we can use. So I'm just going to grab my paper trimmer. It's just because I want a straight line, which is going to be hard to get when you sort of cut it like I just did. So I'm just lining this up as best I can and just going to cut that bit. I'm just grabbing my glue tape and then I'm just going to stick this down on the bottom. So just by using that one straight line and lining it up with the bottom there, you can then just trim off the excess. Which obviously there's a bit here, but that's okay. So I like to do it just by trimming off the excess on the sides and then just running it through my paper trimmer. There we go. That's what the bottom looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on the other side and I'll be back in just a sec. So that's what it looks like once it's got the two bottoms on it. I'm just trying to decide if I want to put it along the top as well. I think I do. And I'm just trying to decide what I'm going to put down the edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it along the top. I'm just going to cut off and do the exact same way I did before, but I'm going to go over where it's got the 2017 and the April. So I'm going to go right over the top of that. So I'm going to go ahead and do all of that and I'll be back in just a sec. Ryan's just noted that it actually looks a bit dark, which is a little worrisome, but anyway. So I'm just jumping then into these Kaisercraft stickers that came in this kit. I'm pretty sure they're all the same, but I just want to double check there's not something I can use at the back, which there isn't. Damn it. I'm sort of tossing up between making this darker by putting some black washi down the side, or trying to make it lighter, which I don't know if I can do. I might just leave it for now and sort of keep going and see how dark it looks when I'm finished doing the next bit. So I'm grabbing this quote card out of here that says cute as a button. I think I'm going to put it at the top here. I definitely want to use like punch holes down the side. Or at least I think I want to punch holes. Maybe instead we use some of these little tabs. Maybe instead we'll use one of these little tabs and stick it there, and then I don't have to punch into the card. I'm going to try it anyway. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of glue on the tab. I think I put glue on the wrong side, didn't I? Okay. Best thing about these glue dots, I swear I've said it about 100 times, is if you make a mistake, you can just rub the glue dots out and they actually come off, except with me when I completely and utterly ruin the tab by rubbing too hard. I actually don't mind that. I think it's actually given it, it's just got a little bit of a crease in it now, but I actually really like the crease. That's weird. Anyway. Put glue on the right side this time. I think this is only going to sit over 2. I'm just going to put that where I want it to sit, because it's still got just a little bit of stickiness there. It's actually staying. And I haven't quite used all the way the glue is, so I'm just going to rub that again. Go, stickiness all removed. So I'm just lining that up again where I want it to sit, and then just going to flip it over. Grab a pencil and just put where I want the holes. Just grabbing then a hole punch. Any single hole punch will do, but this one's from Kikki.k. Go, and then she sits just in there. Hooray! So on the back of that, I just want to do, whoops, a little list. So this stamp also came in the box. So it's just a little list stamp. So you've got little space to write it in, and then some stars where you can tick it off. So I'm just pulling that off. Just grabbing my stamping block. I'm just going to do this in black, just because I think for this one it's just going to work better. I'm just making sure that the size is right. You can obviously make this longer, so that's what I'm going to try and do. Can't promise it's going to work because none of my stamps ever do, but I can try. So I'm just grabbing this ink pad. Any plain ink pad will do. You can use colour if you want to. I'm just sort of keeping this in this black theme. Making sure you've got enough ink on there. Anyway, we can only try. Can only try. Just lining that up where I want it. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's alright. We are sort of in this vintage, not quite right thing, so maybe it'll be okay. So I'm just trying to line this up over the top, just to extend the list down a little bit further. That one's perfect. Let's see if I can fix the bits at the top. No, I'm going to leave it alone. It's not too bad. I might actually even sort of colour it in. That's not a bad idea. I'm just grabbing just a plain black pen. I'm just sort of going to draw in around the stars a little bit. I'm not going to colour it in completely, but just sort of make it a little bit more solid. There we go. That looks better. So that sits on that side and then flips over, obviously, to that side for me to write my little lists on. Now's when I'm trying to decide if I need any more darkness. I think instead of making it dark, I'm going to actually add something that makes it pink. I wonder. I'm just having a thought. Just going back into this box for a sec. When I was doing it before, I didn't think that it would be a good idea. So you get 2 rolls of washi tape in here. The unfortunate thing is they're both kind of horizontal ones. So this first one's got the hearts on the bottom. And the second one has this Be Mine on the bottom, which is absolutely gorgeous, but obviously not quite going to work for what I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and find another kind of washi tape, because I want to kind of use these pink accents in this. I think it'll actually look really nice, the blush pink with this really dark. So I'm just going to try and find that washi tape and I'll be back in just a sec. Okay, so I've just grabbed 2 different kinds of washi tape that I've got. Neither of them kind of quite match. This one does match almost perfectly, but I'm just worried it's too thin. Could run 2 down there. Really sorry about the dog barking in the background. It's not my dog barking, so I can't really yell at him. I'm just going to run this just right down the edge. And I'll bring more pink into it afterwards, which will kind of tie this together. So if I run it right up against the edge, I almost don't need to punch. Not quite sure how I feel about it. And this other one that I've got here, this is from Kmart, I think. I just think it's not pink enough. It's almost too beige. What do you think? No, I'm going to stick with the pink. Let's stick with the pink. So then what I'm going to do, just to sort of, I don't want it running along the air, over the paper. So I'm just going to really gently cut that. Just using the actual paper itself as a guide. And then just peeling it back and it should tear right off. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on the other side and I'll be back in just a sec. So just with this second side, I just used the edge of that stamp block as a guide to sort of cut that off. Just means I could get a little bit closer and not be so worried about accidentally hitting anything. Okay, so I'm going to grab some of these beautiful, beautiful stickers. Or do I want to put the other stuff on first? I might just write in the dates and things, or like all the events that are happening this month. Most of them have already finished, but I'm just going to write these in first and then I'll be right back. think that's everything that I need to write in. They're all the footy games, at least at this point I know I'm going to. You know me, there'll probably be more added at some point, but just at the moment that's it. So then I'm grabbing these stickers now, finally. And I'm just... I was just reading them. I want to use some of these pink ones. I know it's a different shade of pink, because there's a couple of different shades of pink in here. It's not the worst thing. And I'm just trying to pick one of these ones, and I just read it, and it sort of said, "Let's eat cake." I'm like, that's not quite what I want to write there. I think I'm just going to go with... I wonder if there's... No, they're all the same. Damn it. I love this one, like Shine Like a Star, Believe in Yourself. Why can't they be in pink? That would just be so much easier. I'm just going to grab this one that says Stay Focused. I'm going to use that one. Just putting that down the bottom there. And then just going to put one of these flowers in next to it. If I can get it out. Nope, doesn't want to. I'm sure these are stickers. Just don't seem to be very sticky. So I'm just going to use a little bit of glue tape. And then peel it off my glue tape. Put that one there. I'm sure these are stickers. Maybe they've just been sitting in the drawer for too long. Not quite sure. I want to use some of these little page flags though. I think I just resigned myself to the fact that I can't actually get them out. So I'm actually going to cut them out and run them through my sticker maker, because I don't want to tear them. You can either use glue tape to stick these down, or you can use your sticker maker. It's completely up to you. Because I am going to use my sticker maker, I'm just going to cut out all the ones that I want to use first, so then I can run them all through together. I've just done something different with the two of these ones. So this one I tried to cut out where the sticker line was, and obviously that's a really hard thing to do. These have been cut really nicely, and I can't cut that close with my scissors. So for the second one, I've just cut around the outside, and I'm just going to run it through as a circle. So just putting everything into the sticker maker. Make sure you leave enough of a gap between items that you're throwing in there. This particular sticker maker's been rather pissy with me lately. I don't like it. I don't know if it's me or if it's it, but the clip keeps breaking on it. It is old. Maybe it's just really just old. Maybe it didn't survive the move nicely. Then I'm just grabbing the tape off. And I'm just going to put this cute as a button back where it's supposed to be, so I can see where everything's going to sit. Do that, like that little splash of green. I think that looks cool. I'm just going to put one of the flowers down here in the corner, because let's face it, I do that all the time, so about normal. And put this one just up here on the top. Just feel like I need to break up that black and brown a little bit. Then where do I put the flags? I'm going to cut them a little bit. Make them a little bit less high, if that makes sense. So just so I can get them all roughly the same height, I'm just sticking them on my finger. And then I'm just going to attack them with a pair of scissors. Now that is my dog. Now Jet's making noise. He's just growling at something. Who knows what. So I'm just going to do this as a sort of faux bunting sort of thing. So I'm just going to put the two dark ones on the side, sort of like that. And then the pink one in the middle. They're a little sticky, which is why I'm just tapping them. And then I'm just grabbing just a grey. You can use a pencil for this, obviously, if you wanted to, but and then just sort of joining them together. You can obviously have that from anywhere you like, or not even at all, but I just think it makes it look a little bit more connected. I just feel like I'm missing just something down there, and I don't know what. Just grabbing this one that says make stuff happen. I'm just going to put it right there. And then just grabbing this little pink star as well. And then I'm going to leave it. I actually really like that. I like the brown and the black with the pink. I think it's a really nice sort of contrast. And then I can obviously write in, and then you've got pink on the back here too, which kind of fits it in a bit better. And then when I've got little jobs for the month, I can just put them in there, tick them off when they're done. And I know I'm halfway through the month, so sort of ridiculous to be doing that at this point, but you have no idea how many bits and pieces I come up with. I've just forgotten one thing. So because I have used black and white all through this, I just want to grab this bow. This is here for purely decorative, nothing else. I'm just going to put that there. Now we're finished. Now it looks right. I love those bows. I so love these paper clips. I'm so not a person that usually uses them, but I love them. They're probably my favourite thing that we get out of this planner box. I just adore it. So that's April. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. I have forgotten something, and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to be able to do it now. Hold on. I'll be back in 1 second. So all I've forgotten, so I make a mess on the floor, because I took April off, I kind of need to put April back, and I'm just trying to work out if I'm going to do it in black, which you can get. I've got these letters from the Paper Lovers book, or if I want to do it some other way. I don't know if black will actually work. I'm just going to grab an L. No, you kind of need a different colour. I don't know how many other colours of letters I've got. Hold on, I'm going to raid my store. Back in 1 sec. So I just grabbed this sticker pad from Kmart. I just happened to remember that it's got some pink stickers in it. So I'm just going to grab, you could use white if you wanted to. I just think I'm going to stay with the pink. So I'm just grabbing the letters I need for April. So that's just from Kmart. I think it was only $3. I think I actually went back and bought like 5 or 6 of them because they were just so awesome. And then it's completely up to you. You can either leave them as big blocks like that, or I like to actually trim them up so they're a little bit thinner. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that really, really quickly, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that they're sort of just a little bit thinner, I left the height on them. I just took some of the width off it. You can obviously have these as close to each other as you like. You can also have them completely spread out if you like. I'm sort of trying to make them join up a little bit, but having them slightly different heights, just to add a little bit of interest. You could also do the year on the other side. I just don't want to. So I'm going to leave it like that. That's my April month. I hope you guys did enjoy it. For a full list of all the products I've used, check the description box down below. That'll all be there. If you did want to subscribe to this box, I know Renelle's website's been sort of up and down lately because she's doing up a new one. So if it is up, I'll put it down below. Even if it's not, I'll put it down below. But just if you try to go to it and you can't, just be patient. It will be back up again very, very soon. Should have another one of her planner boxes to show you very soon as well. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to leave me any comments, you can obviously down below, or you can find me on any of my social media links. They're also down below as well. I hope you guys have an absolutely awesome Easter weekend, and I will see you again really, really soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.